The waiting was finally over. The day at last it dawns. The clash between Italia and the Irish leprechauns. Venue, the Big Apple, home of Kojak and of Crocker. In the city that never goes to sleep, that never heard of soccer. No country had invaded the USA before, but that was before the Irish came in 1994. The fans left in their thousands, a massive happy bunch, and they hung a sign on the airport saying, "Sorry, the country's gone to lunch." The team went to acclimatise for 2 weeks in Orlando, where the heat alone would sweat 4 stone off Marlon, Bleed and Brando. Irish men feared Baggio, star of the Italian side, while Irish women didn't care. They just thought he was a riot. "Hey, Baggio, he will tear you wide apart," was the claim of Italia. "Oh, is that the case, Roberto? Then please meet Paul McGrath." OK, Paul's inclined to stray a bit and sometimes disappear. But sorry to say, Roberto, for the next hour and a half, he's here. Others have tried to beat him, but they usually fail. You're just another number, so stick that in your ponytail. The first few minutes were a haze. There's not much that I recall. But that all changed the moment that Ray Houghton got the ball. The moment that it left his boot. Time seemed to stop stone dead. And Paluca kindly waved to it as it sailed above his head. And as it settled in the net, the country just went crazy. And you said you'd beat us 4-0. Ain't that so, Franco Baresi? And it was during the World Cup finals that they burst upon the scene. 3 kids out of nowhere became 3 hunks in green. So you can keep your beefy Chippendales, take that in our boys' own. Because the Irish team have got themselves 3 heartthrobs of their own. Jason, Phil and Gary, the 3 Irish musketeers, the darlings of the teenage girls, and quite a few old dears. Like, take our Jason, for instance, an awful rebel rouser, with his off-the-cuff repartee, a proper Irish scouser. Like, who'll forget his downright cheek in the intense New Jersey heat when he took the ball towards Baggio and then he slipped it through his feet? Or when an Aussie journalist inquiring for their papers was asked by the cheeky McAteer, "Hey, what's going on in Neighbours?" And then we have young Mr. Bob, the Brighton of the 3. Sure, wasn't he writing articles for the Irish Times? Oh, sorry, excuse me. And then there's young Gary Kelly. Ah, now, so small he'd easily smother, and just the sort that any girl would bring home to her mother. But you wouldn't want to turn your back or be busy doing the delf, because before you know it, the mother would have taken him for herself. So the future's looking rosy since they burst upon the scene. One for all and all for one. Come on, ye hunks in green.
Mr. Declan O'Brien. Well done. Declan O'Brien. And now will you welcome, please, fresh from the football fields of England, Mr. Jason McAteer and Mr.